What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday morning, evening, night. I don't even know what time it is anymore because it's been a long one. I got up bright and early today to watch some of those fights, and boy, oh boy, was it worth the watch. We'll talk about it here in just a second. But glad we got everybody popping in here. And my guest is also here. I have Rebel Reseller joining me today. He's back with a vengeance. He's going to pop on here. I'm going to put him on the screen right now. Here we go. Boom! There he is. What's up, Rebel?
What's going on?
Welcome back,
with a
brother.
vengeance, you say. Yeah, something like that.
There you go. There you go, man. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. Nice to see you. Nice to have you on the podcast for the first time.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you've been doing your thing. I like it. Man. I like it.
Yeah, I've been trying steady and slowly growing, but we gotta get some more subbies. Once we get some more subbies, maybe Strike will give me some tickets to give away.
We're gonna work on that. Honestly, I was thinking about getting kind of saucy today and speaking a little bit of my mind, and that might bring a ton of people in, but I don't know. I'm feeling like I probably should be a little bit more reserved. I got a lot of things, man. I got a lot of things in my mind, man. A lot.
There's a lot going on, actually. So I'm pretty sure, especially in the Strike world, everybody's got a lot on their mind, especially with everything going on. Mm-hmm. But before we take this trip down that rabbit hole, talk to us, bro. How you been? Been gone good. For a little minute. Took a little hiatus.
I am. It was. I'd like to say. I mean, it was kind of some mental health stuff. It's really just turning. I'm 42 now, so it's really just getting older, and things not happening the way I'd like them to. So it's really just. I need some readjustment, and I think the whole NFT. Like I'm so involved in it. I think that I was letting stuff in the outside world slip a little bit, and I think I was probably a little bit drastic, deleting shit and getting off of everything. But I mean, I left to take care of me, but it was also some shit that was happening with Strike at the time too, that was kind of the final straw. And I remember the day that it happened. It was right after I had finished the Justin Ige Burn challenge, but I'll save that for a little while. But yeah, I've been good. Like I said, just trying to take care of myself. Just trying to, work through this midlife crisis, I guess you call it.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. Sometimes, like these guys say, you got to let it go for personal shit. If whatever's going on, it is what it is. The moments are still going to be there. Yeah. And they're in plentiful. There's many of them. There's all kinds of them. There's UFC Strike Now, NFTs. There's everything you could imagine, brother. Everything you can imagine.
So I was already like, first off, where the fuck is the game? First off, bro, like I said, I don't know how far we want to go, how fast, bro. I'm gonna let you try to dictate that a little bit.
Here. Well, before we get into Strike, let's talk about let's keep things on the up and up here before we get down that rabbit hole. Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that card.
Man, bro, that shit was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Hold on, let me get this going here. What the fuck?
And can I just say, while you do that, the crowd in Singapore, dude, is absolutely phenomenal. Like, They understand what's going on. They cheer kicks. They cheer, groundwork. Like, it's so much different than the U.S.
What is going on here? Some technical difficulties. Look at this shit. All right. I think we're safe. Are we safe? Yeah, we're safe. All right. So,
yes, baby.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit! What a card. if anybody was awake early enough to catch the prelims, they started for me at 4:00 in the morning. But there was some finishes, there was some crazy ass fights, there was some good fights. Billy Goff was a pretty big dog. He came through with a knockout. Cheaty lost, bro. He was looking good too. He was looking good early, but man, this guy came out with some dog in him, dude. What else? Garrett beat Kazama. That was a good one. And then Waldo did his thing, put the boy on the stankies. And Junior Tafa did the same thing. Blanchfield Santos, man, that was a good fight, dude. That was a good fight.
I wish that would have been 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think if it was 5 rounds, Blanchfield would have looked a little bit more dominant going into those 4th and 5th rounds, because it just looked like she started pouring it on late in the 3rd, and she probably had a little bit more for sure in the gas tank than I think Santos did towards the end of that one. But man, she's the real deal, huh? Blanchfield.
I've liked her. I guess I wasn't really following her early career, but her last couple fights, man, she's been on fire. She's my pick to be the next champion in that division.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Santos was holding her own, I think, but I think probably like a lot of those grappling exchanges early on kind of probably wore her down when Blanchfield was pressing her against the cage and all that stuff. It probably could have been the game plan, but yeah, she did the damn thing, bro. It was a pretty competitive fight, 29-28 all around. But I think the first, probably everybody gave the first to Santos, and then Blanchfield kind of started pouring it on from there. But very interesting to see how that division is gonna shape up here going forward, because she looks like she's a problem.
Yeah.
Nakamura.
She just. One more thing I heard. She was put through the ringer a little bit today, and she held her own.
Yeah, she definitely had to deal with some adversity. It's not like her other fights; she's just rolling through people, steamrolling them. But yeah, she definitely got pieced up. Her nose got busted up pretty good in the first round, And yeah, it was a good test for a young fighter, because sometimes you see them just cave after they deal with some of that pressure early on in the fight, and then they kind of just fade out. But nah, man, she got the dog in her, bro, and that's what everybody kind of really wanted to see, and she proved it today. So props up to Erin Blanchfield. Nakamura, that guy was north-south position the whole fight, huh?
The whole fight. I don't know how he didn't get a couple of those subs. I don't know how.
Yeah, he was trying. Fernie's
a tough.
Fernie's a dog. Fernie's a dog. He's tough as hell. Did not have no give up in that guy. No give up in him whatsoever. So it was a fun fight to watch. Giga Alex, pretty one-sided. Not one-sided, but like it was kind of more of a chess match type fight.
I honestly thought if there was going to be a fight that the judges got wrong, I thought it was going to be that one instead of the Spawn and Anthony Smith fight. But no, I've always liked Caceres just because his nickname is fucking one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, when he was on Tough, bro, he came a fan favorite early on in his career. I think everybody kind of.
I just wasn't really ever sure how. He's a tough dude for sure. I just wasn't ever sure how far he was ever going to make it. To be honest. Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, stats show a very close fight. Scorecards don't. Like this guy was saying, not gonna lie, is kind of surprised with 30-27 Giga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a pretty close matched fight for sure. I thought Giga won, but neither guy wowed me at all in that fight. No. So. Smith Spann, man, this was interesting one because it looked like Spann had his ass early, bro. It looked like he had him early, and man, Lionheart got a lion heart, bro. You can't knock the guy, dude. You can't knock the guy for staying in it, for having no quit in him, bro.
I don't know why. I've just never liked Anthony Smith. I don't know what it is about him. But that shit right there made me. I definitely got respect for him because
you got to respect him. You got to respect him because he don't quit, bro. He don't quit.
I was worried that the doctor was going to stop that, man. She was looking at it awful tough.
Yeah. They had the doctor. His eye got busted up real bad early in the fight by Span. He caught him with a left hook that caught his left eye. Looked like his shit got busted pretty good. I don't know if he got a broken socket or anything, but then man, he third round he was like, fuck it, I can't lose this fight, and he did his damn thing. So props up to him, but it was a close one for sure.
It was.
And then the main event, boy, oh boy, had a highlight reel right here, boys. Slept them, boy. Slept them. That was crazy too, man. Zombie came out like he got rocked the round before, and he was just probably like, you know what? I gotta go balls to the wall here, and I gotta try and catch this dude, or I'm not gonna make it to the end of this. And it started pretty crazy. They exchanged early in that round, a couple back and forth, but then when he came back in the second time, oh man, Max was waiting for that counter, boy, and.
I think he caught Max by surprise with how fast he kind of rushed at him.
And then Zombie retired.
He's so great. I love that dude.
Yeah, dude. First twister submission UFC history. This guy's been around the block.
Tell me that walk in and then the walk out to fucking Zombie.
Yeah,
I had serious chills off my arm.
Yeah, there was very big emotional walkouts today. Max too, with everything going down in Hawaii, and Zombie probably knew it was going to be his last fight if he lost. Obviously nobody else knew. People were saying, how come he didn't get a screen on the jumbotron or a trailer or send off video? But yeah, I mean, it wasn't like Robbie, where Robbie's like, yo, this is my last fight. 3 months ahead of the fight. So, yeah, I mean, props up to the Zombie, bro. Had a hell of a career. Dude's a legend. Warrior through and through, 100%. But overall, man, it was a great card, bro. It was a great card.
It was worth getting up early.
Hell yeah.
I was worried that I was going to be up at 5 o'clock and then not shit happen for the first couple hours.
Yeah, for sure. It was a cool card. And next week, not as early, but you'll have to get up early again a little bit to catch this Paris card, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, it was a good card overall. Let me start this giveaway real quick. I'm gonna throw in $10 Dapper. Let's type Singapore in the chat. Go ahead and type Singapore in the chat for a chance to win $10 Dappy. Yeah, it was wild, that walkout for sure. Singapore in the chat. Let's get it. Other fights that happened this week real quick before we start getting into Strike. Contender Series wasn't too bad of a week. Had a couple finishes. 4 fights only this week. 3 of the 4 got the contracts. He left the girl out, even though she kind of seemed like she was like a beast, dominated. But Dana's gonna do what Dana does. But he gave the other 3 guys contracts. Reese had that submission. And that second fight, Oben Elliott versus Brito, that was kind of a weak fight. I don't know how that guy got the contract over the girl. But and then Podrello or Luis, I'll call him Luis. First name's way easier. TKO'd that guy in the first round. That was a good one. So Contender Series hasn't been too bad so far. Pretty decent. But with that said, we'll see how the fights are on Tuesday. Looking forward to them. And now,
is it the same with?
talk.
Is it the same with you with more of the Contender Series fighters, doing well? Does it make you want to watch that more? I mean, I've kind of been a fan of it from the beginning, but I feel like I've been hearing more about it, and I'm wondering if it's because so many of them are coming to the UFC and doing well now.
Yeah, and I think the commentators are kind of pushing it a little bit harder too, especially when they're introducing fighters. Like, if there's ever a guy that was on Contender Series, they make sure to say it like 3-4 times on broadcast.
Yeah.
But I think also, yeah, I mean, you got guys like Sean O'Malley, his first knockout, like viral knockout ever in his like UFC career, came in the Contender Series. Snoop Dogg, O'Malley. Yeah, and then Jamal Hill too. You got 2 champs coming off Contender Series, so I think that plays a role into it. And it's a good time too, like when NFL season's not, up and running just yet. NBA's out. Good time to try and maybe engage some more people on Tuesday nights to start watching some fights. But I don't mind Contender Series. I like it.
I do.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about some strike stuff. So, where should we start here, people?
I'm curious. Have you talked to anybody since the fights ended? Has like anything happened with the shit that they bought yet? I'm just curious.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who bought them. I don't know.
The point is, they're supposed to change, right? So,
yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how soon that happens. We'll find out here.
I was just curious if you had talked to anybody, if it was like an instant thing. I didn't imagine so, but
I don't think it's going to be instant. But yeah, I'm not sure. So so essentially, for those of you who don't know, this week they came out with UFC Strike Now, which is a separate product from the UFC Strike Moments that we currently all have. And it essentially is a weekly pick'em where you have to purchase NFTs specific to the fighters who are fighting that week. And based on how those fighters perform in the fight, so we had 3 fights to pick from this week. I got the big old event has concluded sign, but essentially you had Max and Zombie. You had to pick Smith or Spann, and you had to pick Blanchfield or Santos. So you would pick you could buy all 6 of them if you want. The undercard, or not the undercard, but co-main was 5 each fighter. The Blanchfield Santos fight was 5 each fighter. The main event was 10 each fighter. So essentially, if you just made 3 picks, 1 for each fight, you would have to spend $20 here. You'd get that specific fighter NFT for the week. And then based on if they performed or not and won their fight, the actual NFT gets some kind of upgrades. And we could discuss that here in this little post about what's going on. All right, so winning athletes collectibles get upgraded with a win badge, holographic treatment, and a hand raise video. These collectibles may be used in the future to unlock achievements, other upgrades, etc. The number of winning collectibles will also be used to calculate a leaderboard and win statistics. So they're also doing a leaderboard with this. Win, lose, or draw, everyone who buys the collectibles on a weekly basis will be eligible for a weekly reward. Each collectible purchased is 1 entry into a raffle, and the raffles vary week to week, but it could include rewards like pay-per-view codes, merch packs, moments. And then while they are running this as a test, as it says, like during this test period, they'll be having a leaderboard based on how your picks. Following rewards, first place gets signed merch of Leon Edwards, signed strike hat. Second place, $100 UFC store gift card. Third through fifth, the standouts pack. Sixth through 10th, Ultimate Fighter base pack. So top 10 on this thing qualify for additional rewards. Unfortunately, with these, there's no currently Strike Now is in beta. Things are constantly evolving. While we have no marketplace functionality at launch, they hope to implement that in the future. But as of now, you would buy these, and essentially you can't buy, sell, or trade them. Pretty much just holding on to them with the weekly utility that they have. But personally, I did not dabble here. I felt that we have plenty of moments on the platform that could have been implemented different ways in something like this. Especially, you could just classify it by weight class: featherweights, light heavyweights,
so many things that you could have did. Like so many things that you could have did.
Exactly. And if you link these to our existing moments, like pretty much everybody that saw this initially was like, it's a cash grab, Strike just trying to get us to buy other stuff that's not gonna really, doesn't really do much. Because people were like, yo, I could put a $20 parlay in and make, a bunch of money on the same three fighters, versus getting into a drawing and having a raffle and doing this and that.
It's more stringing people along with shit that doesn't have how people feel about creating products without marketplaces. Like it's happened for the last 2 years. People hate that shit. And then my main gripe, even if you've wasted all this time, this game should have been out. You was talking about the game coming out fucking Q1 or in beta. Okay. So you've wasted time creating something that a lot of people, I ain't gonna say everybody, because I'm sure people are buying because people are fucking degens. But you've wasted time designing shit that you could have, I'm just thinking of the time spent on stuff that didn't need to be done. That could have been spent on a better marketplace or upgrades to the moments or
challenge builder, maybe
anything, bro. They take one step forward and 5 steps back, and they keep stringing people along because people are gambling addicts, and they string people along with shit that hypothetically, the way that it reads to me is tomorrow they could decide that shit didn't work because it was a test, and there might never be no marketplace. So you just fucking waste like you said, spend $20 on DraftKings and I've seen people hitting $500, $600, $700 off a $10 parlay bet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We have
good point here. Imagine buying UFC collectibles for that shit when the UFC collectibles world is still so fresh and you get the real shit in your hands for cheaper. I don't know if anybody from Strike is going on eBay and looking up Leon Edwards auto for sale on a glove or a poster or whatever. I'm
gonna be real honest with you too, because I was a kid when I was I remember being 4. I met Isaiah Thomas and got an autograph when I was 3 or 4 years old. I've been going to baseball games, basketball. I've been getting autographs from players for years. So I'm not even really a big fan of the autograph merchandise, period. Because if I have an autograph, honestly, I really want the experience of having been there and got the autograph with the dude. I really don't care about the autograph itself.
The story with the autograph is more important than the actual autograph.
I don't care who it is. Honestly, there's some that obviously I'd love a Khabib or something, that had some, but
legendary stuff is different story. But Leon Edwards is not a legend.
No, if that fighter took his glove off at the fight and I watched him sign that shit and then you were giving that away, that's fucking dope. Even if it doesn't have to be Max or it could have been fucking Garrett. You know what I'm saying? It could be I just, I said, that's personal opinion. I just don't like autograph shit like that. And like you said, who knows where the fuck we're getting, we've seen documentary after documentary after documentary and heard story after story of of fake collectibles for the past. I mean, I've been in this for 40 years. I've been hearing it for 20. You know what I'm saying? It's been happening forever. So I don't know. And didn't I hear somebody say that it isn't like the second place? Is that the second place prize was better than the first place, kind of?
Yeah, because it was the $100 gift card cost more than getting something signed from Leon Edwards on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even gloves, because it's signed gloves, right?
Usually signed gloves. No, it's a hat. It's a UFC Strike signed hat.
What, that
hat? Could be, yeah.
What's he signing it on? Unless it's like
probably on the bill. Probably on the bill.
Yeah, like a gold marker. Anyhow.
But yeah, I mean, you could get a Khamzat Chimaev glove on eBay signed with authenticity for $100. Chimaev.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Chimaev.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So it's like, and that's on a glove, bro. That's not on a hat.
I don't know. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how well thought out some of the stuff is. I've questioned from the beginning how. I don't like to question how big of fight fans people are, because there's all kinds of different fans that partake in fight all different kinds of ways. But like, I just wonder how tuned in that they are sometimes. And I'm not talking about like go with whatever Discord is saying or whatever the popular opinion is on Twitter. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I don't know, man. There's ways to test shit out, throw crumbs out, and see what people buy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It just was weird. And everybody was complaining about getting the pay-per-view codes a while back, or the Fight Pass codes a long time ago, right? Remember when they first started talking about it? But like,
well, Fight Pass sucks for United States.
I mean, I like it because I watch all the other shit too. I watch all the kickboxing and jiu-jitsu shit. I mean, that's fucking all I watch all day.
Yeah,
but a lot of people got that, and then they complained about it. So I could also see where the team's like, well, shit, we keep giving people what they say they want, and then So I mean, I feel that too. I mean, you could see, I could go on and on, dude, because I just.
Well, I think the rewards here. So the rewards obviously are a problem because you're not enticing anybody here to want to dabble here, because there's no real incentive. Why would I throw $20 here if I can,
And I'm still coming back to why don't you just use them all? I have such a hard time getting away from. Use the fucking moments that we have.
Like, what if there was like hypothetical here, like, if you have 10 featherweight contenders or 20 featherweight or 25 featherweight contenders in your wallet and you pick max, you get a bonus. Or this guy, same thing with light heavyweights, same thing with the straw weights. Like, why not? Because then if people have 15, they might go buy 10 off the marketplace, and then at the end of the day, there's revenue being generated for Strike organically, not on some, bullshit whim product that we hope is going to stick. Because,
like I said, if moments were doing well, and like, I'm not even talking about value wise, I'm just talking about like, new users and
utility.
The metrics, like. If all that's doing well and you bring out a game and the game is killing it, and then you're just sitting there and you're like, fucking what next? Oh man, Strike now, that sounds cool. Then do it. But like, you're fucking dead in the water right now, bro. Like, I just don't see how that is going to bring in new people. And then new people come in and they're like, well, what's this shit? Like, you didn't even tell me about this. Like, I'm just so
like a new person coming in, right now, you have to use 3 websites. You have to go on the Galaxy leaderboard thing. You have the Strike Now thing, and then you have your regular, Strike account where the burn thing is, and the burn tool, and the marketplace, and all that stuff. Like, just a lot going on, bro. It's a lot going on, and our main website still sucks, dog.
Sucks, bro. And how? And that's what I mean by like it seems. I don't know what anybody's doing, but it seems like y'all are wasting time. Clearly, you've spent time on that when it could have been spent on something else. So that's fact. I mean, that's clear. But like, you got users that in their spare time are making websites that are better than your shit, that are making, implementing frameworks
tools,
for
tools,
cool
tools
shit,
that we use. Yeah.
cool, useful stuff. And you can't I just don't.
And I
get it.
can't even filter my collection page to.
Like, it honestly makes me think about that video of that gal that worked at Twitter when it was still Twitter, and they go through an entire day, and she was talking about how they had the yoga room, and it was kind of seeming like she was getting paid to do like an hour or two worth of work over 8, right? That's, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. It seems like, what the fuck are y'all doing with your time?
Yeah,
You're at work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and like
there was an update from Rob a couple weeks ago, that big update he had, and I commented immediately, like, it's a lot of talk, and I haven't seen no walk.
No walk.
And the walk, or the first part of the walk, came through today with this UFC Strike Now situation, and looks like we're walking backwards, homie.
And like, to me, I mean, let's. I mean, like I said, I don't want to burn no bridges with anybody, and I don't want to make them pissed off.
No,
but
this is just straight, real conversation.
Okay,
hard truths.
Let me just get this off my chest then. Give me 2 minutes. So, plain and simple, whatever the fuck happened with people having accounts and fucking all the bullshit that happened with Powell. I know he's still on Twitter, and to be honest with you, I've always wanted to know exactly what happened, and I didn't really want to get into it with him, and he probably wouldn't tell me anyway. Like, the people that have been here since January, bro, we need to know something. Like, don't just keep sweeping shit under the rug and act like this shit is nothing. It's fucking, people are putting thousands of dollars and spending countless hours on this shit. I realize it's just a job for y'all. Maybe y'all don't love the shit like we do. Okay, whatever. But it's still your fucking job. Your job is to keep us informed in situations like that. You said you were going to. You didn't. New leadership took over. Everybody was happy because Rob seemed to be talking. Dude hit me up on DMs like a day later, like 2 days later. Sent me an awesome care package. I felt bad when I deleted that video. I had put out all that shit. He sent me a care package, treated me good. But like, honestly, it still didn't make me forget about that shit. It still didn't make me forget about you telling us that the game was like, just quit saying shit and then not backing it up. Like, and then my final thing, and at this, I wasn't sure if I wanted to even talk about this, but the plain and simple fact, the reason that I left that day after doing the Justin Gaethje Burn challenge, I went back and I was looking at the purchase history from 2 days prior to the Justin Gaethje Burn challenge happening. There was clearly somebody in. It wasn't speculative buying and people saying, oh, this might be used. It was clearly somebody knew that fucking moment was finna get used for a challenge, and they went and bought the shit up. Now, Business Jeremy, bless his heart, ended up bringing that shit up. And Rob's answer, this is what made me leave. This was the last tweet that I read that day. His answer was, well, I looked back to 2 hours prior to the challenge, and it all looked normal. Bro, fuck 2 hours. I watched the shit for 48 hours, and people clearly were in on something that everybody else wasn't. So tell me what the fuck. Like we know that suspect shit happens. Whether Powell did something or didn't do nothing, whatever the fuck, he got fired, and it sure seems suspect. Right? And we didn't get no explanation. So we have one thing that we can possibly think, that it's fucking suspect and it stinks to high heaven. And all of this shit does. The game not coming out when, like, that's what they do, right? That's why they brought that team in. They make games. And they're over here fucking off making Strike Now. Like, make the game, bro. Like, you strung us along, and then finally gave us a little demo. And now people are, that shit was, when was the demo? Bro, that shit was like January or February. Like, that shit was
February, March, yeah.
Bro, because I left in March and that shit had already came out. Like, when he said Q1, by the end of Q1, I'm like, shit, that shit's coming. And then even when I left, I was still checking back in. I was looking at the marketplace. I was excited as fuck for that game. And I don't game. at all. But when the idea of that shit came in and the idea of using moments came, bro, I was down. I was finna make me, bro, I hate to talk about plans that I had, but I have, like, that was why I wanted to create the channel. It wasn't even so much moments. Like, I wanted to talk about that fucking game. That's what was going to bring people in. That's what was going to be the seller when you go to UFC Singapore, and like, them dudes would be on that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming, gamification, all that shit rolled in. Come on, bro. And in the meantime, you're selling moments because that's what they were talking about with using moments. So you've made marketplace activity happen. You've raised the price on the fucking, and you got people coming to your website every single day. I would have signed up gladly, but I'm not signing up I'm not signing up. You could have just told me, make a new account, bro. It's a new team. I know I'm over 2 minutes, bro.
But yeah, I agree. Like, making the whole new account thing was very weird.
Shit's just sus. And maybe it was nothing, but it's just sus. And when shit's sus and it stinks, people tend to not fuck with you. Even if you got a few people that decide to make the choice to buy that shit, some people just can't fucking stand not wasting $20. And me being one of them, but not this time. Not this time. I ain't got $20 for that shit, man. I'm good. I'm sorry. You can see I've had that shit on my mind for a minute, bro. And it pissed me off because he's ruining a fucking great product. And like, we was all fucking hyping Rob that he was the shit when he first came in, but he's really been seemingly fucking us, is what it seems like. Like, I don't give a fuck about the community, man. They're all dope, bro. They all do what they do, get shit all day on Discord from a bunch of fucking retards that bro, it's the higher ups, bro. You need to do something. A lot of talking. No walking. And not even a little walking, bro. It's no walking. It's fucking backstepping.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, they got to get aligned with, you have to be able to cater to your audience. You cannot do that on the simplest level.
Like, if we're only down to a
keep losing people, just like more people leave every week.
What else can you do but to cater? Like, I'm not a fan of catering like that, and I honestly,
well, you don't even have to cater to shit. If this whole product revolved around our existing moments, do you know how much positive feedback and positivity and morale boost would have been this weekend, bro?
There's not a chance in hell that I would. There's not a chance in hell I would tell somebody to get in a strike today. Not that I don't like it. I bought moments this morning. But I couldn't, in my right mind, tell somebody to buy some shit that I'm not sure. Like, I'm just not sure. Like, y'all ain't showing me shit. Like, y'all shown me exactly the opposite. From one team to the other. Like, I'm not blaming Roham. I don't give a fuck about what Roham's doing. He's gave y'all that job to take care of that job. The first team couldn't do it clearly, so we got a new team in. New team ain't doing well either, bro. Do something. Because, like, what are we doing?
Challenges rough. Like, there's I mean.
And that's what I meant by capitulating, is like, people were saying they wanted to burn a lot. I'm not a fan of burning. I'm a fan of burning some, controlled. I'm not a fan of burning a shit ton, because I feel like, well, what the fuck are all the users that we want, the 10,000 new people that we want to come in, what the fuck are they going to buy when they get here? So I was not a fan of when they were talking about using burning mechanics in the game and all that stuff. But like, I feel like they've capitulated with these that all they do is burn challenges now. And it's clear that it's just really, it seems like people that have stacked up moments for cheap because people got out, right? And it's, I've heard people saying that, I mean, dude, I don't even care what people are doing, but I know that people are burning enough moments to get 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 of the rewards, or 10 of the rewards.
10, like, 20.
You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. If you're here to make money, whatever.
But the rewards suck anyway. The rewards have been coming out dead on arrival anyway, bro. The rewards
and somebody had to buy the moments that were being sold. So, like, if business Jeremy got all of them at whatever. I don't buy shit like that. I like set collecting, but like, I'm worried that the shit is gonna turn around, and like they all took from Top Shot's book, because Top Shot started, like, I feel like they damn near had to start burning. They were releasing 60K moments, bro, 45K moments. Like, yeah, burn. Maybe burn a few series there. Like, maybe have one
24,000.
you know what I'm saying? Maybe have one burn event every 3 months or every 6 months, and you make it calculated so you're not just killing the complete fucking supply of stuff. Like I don't know, man. This shit is just getting ruined, bro. And it's like I still love it. Like I'm still, like I said, I'm still buying what I want. I mean, I'm certainly not going to set collect. I'm certainly not going to chase. I mean, why in the fuck are people buying Arce for $15? Like, what are y'all doing? Just buy the fucking reward when it comes out if you want the moment. Like, do you have to burn? Yeah. Like, I think people just want something to do. That's what Web3 seems to be. It's like, and I fall victim too, because honestly, I got Larry Bird moment the other day. I put out a tweet about it yesterday. I got a Larry Bird moment the other day. I wasn't going for the pack lottery. I fucked with Bird, you know what I'm saying? But like it was sitting there, he was kind of going down, and I seen a Gold Grills baller, bro. And I know Ballers is dead, but like that was my first shit. You know what I'm saying? That was my first mint. I've been wanting a Gold Grills joint for a minute, and I didn't have a PFP. I was using that David Joe Rogan patent for a PFP. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. So I lost $20 and got something that I wanted a little bit more, and I can buy that Bird anytime, bro. But like, I think people just want something to do all the time. That's what I think they should take a fucking hint at and give people something to do. It doesn't have to be something.
Well, here's the thing. Money. Yeah. It doesn't have to be something crazy, but like if you make engaging, well thought out challenges on a weekly basis.
Even just like, didn't you say something about that Joanna Young J Check video they had posted the other day, right? Was that you that had made the comment on it?
No.
Oh, somebody had. Did you see it though on the Strike Twitter page? They took on their Twitter. They took a little piece of back in the Champions Lounge. They just took a little piece of Joanna talking and made it.
Was this like a couple weeks ago?
Maybe a week ago. It was just a little standalone clip. It's just engaging.
Yeah,
stuff.
I think I seen it. Yeah,
it doesn't cost you anything. You already have the footage. You've recorded the footage. Like, do stuff with it and like make shit engaging. Like, don't just go and follow people. Like that's what Top Shot did. They just went back and followed a bunch of people back on Twitter and made these newer collectors feel somewhat special because you got somebody with 150,000, whatever, following you. But like that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean shit. That the brand, like they're following you. It's almost taunting you. It's almost telling you, fucking, you know what I mean? Like stick it to you. Like it's just weird, man. It's just weird. They don't. Yeah, I agree. I haven't even been reading the chat, bro. You can see I'm fucking fed up with it, man.
I think we all are reaching our boiling points here. But
and you know
right now, maybe they make updates to it once they see how negative the feedback was this week when they first released it, and maybe next week they're able to somehow tie in our moments. Because, bro, if you don't tie in our moments, I would love to see the analytics on how many of these sold, how many new users this generated, and what the overall goal was of this project / product, and if it even came close to even reaching any sort of, outlier that they had set for it. But I don't know. I don't even know.
How long? How many man hours do you think it took for them to make that? Let's say it was 100. How far do you think they could have got on an updated
challenge builder
or a challenge builder? I mean, fuck, like I said, who was that built that? Okay, or somebody built that fucking challenge builder. Dude, that shit is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What? Looks beautiful. Shit, I thought it was their shit. They need to hire that dude.
This thing?
Bro, amazing. It's simple.
This was Crip 70 made this. Yeah, okay made MMAchecklist.com.
Okay, yeah, that's hot too.
I don't know if you know about all this, but like you could literally track your whole collection in here.
Yeah, I did. I looked at it for a second.
You just put your Dapper name in here.
Oh shit!
Search. Boom. Shows you everything you got.
I like it. I like it.
Loads up everything. All your moments are here.
Man, I like it. And see, that's like,
he also got he did everything for us because
every single NFT project that I've seen that had a half a brain.
All moments,
from
all
November
moments.
Bro, like
all the burn counts. All the burn counts are here.
All right, so I'm not doing, plain and simple. I'm not doing my checklist anymore. There's no reason. No, I'm not doing it because, and this is, I don't code and shit. So like all them burn counts, when you get on my checklist and see that shit, bro, I'm putting all that shit in by hand. That shit's taking me 2 fucking hours. Yeah, no. Everybody go. I'm fucking with you, bro. MMA. What is it? MMA
content, right? MMAchecklist.com.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we got amazing people out here making amazing shit, and you can't contract somebody out or just fucking bend their ear, or like so many people want to help, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like other projects that I've been in from the very jump, like even Ballers, like when that shit dropped, there was no rarity, like it was community members making all of that stuff for the first forever. Shit.
Yeah.
We had community members making trades, like legal trades for people, and there wasn't even a trade tool, like a way to move shit around you. Like, I mean, things can be like
the middleman. Had the middleman hold the moments, all kinds of stuff.
We're out here spending money and time here. You don't think that we care about this shit? Like, come on, like
100%, 100%. But yeah,
and speaking on that, like what I mean, you weren't gonna bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it up. What is the Instagram shit, bro? Like, and Dude's story is great. I don't want to speak bad on Dude's story, but what's with we can't get a collaboration with you? I mean, fuck, at least try it, or like give them a ticket, give you a ticket. Bro, you got to be out here supporting the people, bro. You have to. And if Rob is listening, or if you listen at all, fucking support your people, bro. For real.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that whole podcast ticket situation. I mean, obviously these guys probably got some reach on some different platforms.
Do they though? But, because they started Twitter, ain't got no fucking followers on Twitter.
Yeah,
you know that all their Instagram followers, 36,000 followers on Instagram don't mean shit to me, bro. I can get on there right now with my 300 and be at 36,000 with $5,000 cash. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless maybe somebody on the team knew the dude, happened to have a connection with him, maybe.
Yeah, could be, but it's kind of caught me off guard for sure. Caught me off guard.
When you showed me that, I was like, yo, what? Like what's? I don't know.
That's what's going on here. Yeah, we'll see, bro. If they change this up next week, if they even bring it back next week, if they revamp it to use our moments. But I would strongly recommend you figure out a way to get our moments tied in to this, or it is completely DOA.
Like, I'm kind of surprised it's held on this long, bro. Like,
up next. Matt Serra, we had this hybrid challenge wrap up last week. Kind of, we had to burn 3 guys from this list. It was Pedro, Lee, and Aljo. Had to burn those 3, hold the rest of these guys, and then we got Matt Serra, ended up minting out at 363, sitting at $30. Nice, typical, usual reward that we've been getting of another retired fighter, just like the rest of them that we've been getting and have been asking to not receive. Not much to say here. It's pretty much just another one in the fandom category. And any thoughts, concerns, comments on this one, Rebel?
I mean, I personally, I've been watching UFC since '93, so I love all the old guys, but it's been brought to my attention that the collectors mostly don't like the older guys. So I'd be more than willing to forego my feelings for the betterment of the community.
Well, I mean, I don't mind getting older guys, but when you just keep giving us older guys week after week after week after week,
is it just me, or does it seem like way too many moments, way too many fandom, and way too many challengers? I feel like it's
I talked about this. I talked about this a couple months back when we were seeing the numbers, kind of like when you add the challengers and fandoms together, they like blow the contenders out of the water about how many actual moments are on the platform. Yeah,
I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, it's enough moments.
Like
it's enough moments they could have made it. It could be series 0, 1, and 2 at this point. Like, I don't know why I'm in the baseball card mindset. So like, I don't know why they don't just do a series every year. I've always thought that about Top Shot. Like, it's a season a year, do a series a year. Like series 1.
Some could say, you could say that the UFC doesn't have a specific season.
I get it, but
we have International Fight Week as an annual, regular, recurring theme that happens every year. And
okay, so call that.
I mean, what better time? What better time to introduce new stuff? What better time to make new big announcements? International Fight Week, dude. Like, that's the best time to drop your new series. That's the best time to like do any huge giveaways. Like, that's peak UFC. Summertime when there ain't shit on except the UFC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so to me, they should have did Series 0, and then they should have started Series 1 exactly like you said. Make International Fight Week the start of the year.
Every year.
And then do Series 1 next year, International Fight Week, beginning of Series 2. You can do all your hype moments, do all your, like, why did you create hype moments if you weren't, like, some of the shit could have been hype moments. Like, I don't like hype moments personally, but, like, if you're going to do them, like, you could have made some of this other stuff just, I don't know, man. It just seems like a lot of extra. In argument of that, I guess they were trying to give collectors something to do. I just, in my opinion, maybe a little bit too much to do. What do they do? Like 2 challenges a week now or something?
Well, that's random. It's usually 1, and once in a while they'll throw in a random focus burn midweek like they did this week for Dan Ige. So it started Monday, ended Thursday. It was a quick one, which is why he ended up, what did he mint out to, guys? Like 260 something, 263 or something like that. So barely made it over the challenger threshold. And it's our new bottleneck,
I was going to say, does that make that
we're getting new bottlenecks every week because how these challenges are structured. Like, they didn't, like, what is the reason for somebody to buy a champion moment if, like, the consistency week to week is so different with how they utilize champ passes on these challenges? Like, bro, the shit's just, I get it. You want people to burn, cool, but like, come on, dude. Come on. Or at least let them, if you have a champ, you get waived step 2 or you get waived step 1. And you still have to burn 4 other ones just to make sure they're active account or whatever the case is. But yeah, this shit's kind of weird. But what did it mint out to? Do we know? Who's got the number? Anybody? Chat? No. I know a couple people in the chat got a shitload of them coming, though. Dan Ige.
256, Marcus is saying.
256, okay. 256, so barely passed it by 6.
Just over the threshold.
6, dude.
Ooh,
I did ask Alex earlier in the week. I said, what's going to happen if it doesn't? But he's like, I don't know yet. We'll see, but most likely we'll have to burn. But they got lucky. They dodged the bullet because the boys went over. But yeah, dude, like, can't really get a challenger much lower than that, right? Unless
my suggestion would be to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do the next time, because it's due to happen. Yeah, so if you don't know right now what's gonna happen, if that happens, you better figure it out, Alex. I would, because instead of running around trying to figure it out at the last second, you could have already figured it out because it's due to happen any day now. Because aren't they getting lower and lower? I mean, shit, it was 300 people and then 200 people, and it's crazy. Just lower and lower and lower.
100%. Then we had Kattar this week. So Ige hasn't been distributed yet. We'll probably get that Monday. And then we had Calvin Kattar come through here on Thursday.
I seen you got to meet. You got to meet him the other day.
Yeah, hell yeah. I met him in Nashville. Super cool dude. Very cool dude. But yeah, he was in Nashville. He was cornering Rob Font. He trains with Rob Font. So unfortunately, Rob lost. But yeah, met a lot of people in Nashville, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, it looked like it.
It was a good time. So I'm running Crips Tool here. 2 burns required for Kattar. Just running Kattar. We'll see. We'll see how many completions we're at as of now. But I haven't burned yet. I'll probably do it later today, maybe tomorrow. It's just 3 contenders you got to burn, so it's not too bad. 2 Kattars, 1 Giga. And yeah, we'll see. Let this run for a little bit. But last week you got a hard ass Dan Ige, like bottleneck, and then this challenge, and then the week before, the pay-per-view challenge wasn't even that hard for Matt Serra. And you would think like the pay-per-views, you'd have the harder, more difficult, or the bigger, like, maybe multiple tier, easy, medium, hard, something like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's got to give because it's just getting stagnant, bro. It's just getting stagnant, repetitive. You gotta mix shit up.
I watched who was it that came out the other day? Cub Swanson came out, right? And that was like a bottleneck at the time.
That was the new bottleneck. Yeah. So after Jorge was the first bottleneck, then Cub was the next bottleneck.
And right behind it.
And now
I watched that moment just like fuck. I didn't even look, but nobody bought one off Marketplace for they were just sitting there. Mm-hmm. And I kept looking. I'm like, am I missing something? And then finally, I think a low cereal got bought. But like,
it's set for a good few hours without no buys at all.
That has to tell you something. You have low completions, and then on top of that, you don't even have people.
Nobody's trying to complete the set anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm. When the moment drops, usually you get those first 5, 10, 20 buys.
That would be me. That would spend, instead of burning, I'd rather just, catch it on the Marketplace some of the time, not all the time.
Yeah.
But that shit just sat there. And then lower, and it went lower, and it went lower, and I mean it's crazy.
Yep. But we'll
see. I feel like if they had the game, hypothetically, if they released the game, and even in a beta form right now, with our moments being used as it has some utility to it, I would be willing to bet that our numbers would like at least 5 or 10 times within a week or two. Like you put that game out, bro, and let people
you probably see maybe some contenders floors rise up a little bit for sure.
I'm just saying, like the users, like even if the prices stay exactly what they are, just the amount of users. That's what we need right now. Fuck the floor prices. We need users. We need people that are
when users come in. When users come in, floors go up. That's pretty much.
There's no way that all those Galaxy packs should be still sitting there. People should have bought those. You've sold like 2,000 Galaxy packs, bro, and I bought like 20 of them. Like, I just
1,500 Galaxy packs.
And our people are such degens. Our people are such degens that them other packs, bro, sat there for fucking ever. Them standout packs, that was long before I came back. I was watching them fuckers for months. Them shits sat there, have been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. Granted, they found a good ass way to
get people to buy them,
to incentivize people to buy them, and they did. And then they released 4,000 or 400 more. And I didn't look, but I mean, I'm sure there's probably a few left. But there's a bunch more. Okay, so almost 2/3 of almost 3/4 of them sold.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Do not get it. And can I just say, I mean, that Galaxy shit's kind of cool, but like that shit is confusing
Yeah,
to me.
I mean, like I said, like
And you're updating manually. You're updating completions manually. You're updating the amount of packs that I buy manually every night. Like that, bro. What kind of shit are y'all running?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. I mean, the Galaxy thing, I didn't really dabble too much in it. I got my 40 points. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I just bought a few.
It's just not for me, dude. It's just not for me, bro. I'm not gonna buy all this shit for like a chance at like signed merch or something like that. Like it's just, and then you got a $2 pack. You could buy any contender you want off the marketplace for $2 versus, you know, God knows who you get in this pack. Maybe you got a super. How slim is the chance? 0.003% or something. 6-7 for a challenge.
Like I said, I got roped into buying a couple of them just because I had sold everything that I had. So I could use the $2 contenders, and I seen I think White Rabbit had pulled the #1 of somebody out of them. I'm a fucking sucker for packs. I mean, we all are. That's what I did growing up, is spend my money on packs and didn't get shit out of them and didn't get anything for it. But I like open them. So I always buy packs. But no, I agree. But if the moments were usable for Strike Now, I bet you half of them packs would be gone.
Yep. We got 144 completions on Kattar, approximately-ish, depending on, looks like, you know, we don't have an even number here of burn, so there's still people either burning, haven't finished burning, maybe some incompletions. So double check your shit to make sure if you didn't burn or you did burn and you did everything right. But looks like 144 as of now for Kattar based on the burns thus far from when the challenge started on Thursday. So,
bro, that website is so dope. That shit is so sweet. I mean,
the
like I
homies.
said, that it could look, it could be prettied up some, but like the completion, like
functionality, yeah, like
everything that you need.
Now we don't need to rely on them for that Monday snapshot. You know what I'm saying? None of that bullshit.
How many fucking messages I've sent to Alex? How many completions, bro? You have an idea how many completions?
Yeah. So props to our community members making us tools. Okay.
Yeah.
Crip and anybody else that I forgot who makes shit that we use on the daily. Appreciate y'all. But with that said, we are here at the last thing to talk about today. That card next week, just because it's, we were up at 5 a.m. watching fights today, so I like to end the show talking about some fights. Mm-hmm. And we got big return here for Rose Namajunas coming back against Manon Fiore. That's going to be a decent one. Should be mainly a standing battle. I like it. Gan versus Spivak should be a banger. I'm looking forward to that one as well. This should be a good one. Volkan, who's he fighting? Some new dude?
Yeah, Bogdan Gustov.
Undefeated Bogdan. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. I like watching Uzdemir fight, but I'm kind of worried about that.
Yeah, Uzdemir's got way taller than this dude, so that should be an interesting one. What else we got? Gomez versus Almeida.
Oh, Farid Basharat is fighting Clay. Oh my god! I didn't even look at this fight card yet. I had just seen a couple.
Oh yeah, yep.
Top fights. Oh my god!
This is gonna be a banger right here.
Holy!
Starting off the card with a bang.
And that's what, 3 o'clock main card. So what, like probably 12 or so.
Yep. Let's see. Hold up. Prelims are 11 a.m. Central, so 12 Eastern. Prelims start at 11 a.m. for me, so another early one next week. But
who do you got in that Rose and Manning fight?
I think how old is Rose now? Do we know? Let me see.
31. I thought she was about 34.
They don't give us her age.
Yeah, she's 31. But
okay,
man, and what is it? Fiore? She's 33 though, so shit. Rose, the younger fighter.
Rose is younger.
Same reach. Yeah, same reach. Man is a couple feet taller, a couple inches taller. It's gonna be fun.
It should be a good stand-up battle. It's tough to call, especially because Rose hasn't fought in so long, bro.
No, that's what I'm worried about.
When was Mannon's last? Mannon hasn't fought in a while either. She fought October of last year. Abu Dhabi.
She had one canceled. Yeah.
So
Abu
Dhabi last year, October. So she's been out for about 6 months, but I know Rose has been out longer than that.
But if Rose can get it to the ground, I mean, her jiu-jitsu is way superior. I'm just worried that fucking lady has some crazy head kicks, bro.
Yeah. She's a good kickboxer. So Rose hasn't fought since May of last year. So yeah, ring rust. We'll see, man. We'll see how her gas tank looks. See if how she handles it. But Mannon's sitting at a bit of a heavy favorite here, -198.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 164 for Rose, Doug. But should be a good one. I'm excited. Should be pretty competitive on the feet. Stand-up fight. So kind of just lean maybe a little bit towards Mannon in regards to the power. But anything can happen any given Saturday, baby. You know how that goes.
That's why we love it.
That's it, boy. That's it. But should be a good one. I'm excited for it. We'll see how it goes. And on that note, let's get this givey done. And then we'll call it a day.
Sorry to everybody that was in the comments talking to me and shit. RRX was like, Jay don't love me, man. Rebel don't love me. I couldn't read the shit while I was trying to talk.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, last chance, everybody. Singapore in the chat. We're going to run this bad boy. Make sure you type Singapore in the chat. $10 Dapper credit to whoever's name pops up out of this bad boy. And then we will call it a day. All right. Last call. Good luck, everybody. Come on. I'm getting more people joining.
Get them
There's
in.
Another one. Come on. Get them in.
We got 30 people in here. Let's go. We need to get this shit. Y'all need to rewatch this about 5 times. We need to get this video to a fucking 1,000.
Just start subbing. Then maybe Strike will give me the tickets for the next one to give away.
Yes. And if there's 30 people in here, I should see 30 thumbs up. I'm pretty sure, and I only see 12. So we need to fix that too.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Who's going to get it?
Who's it going to? Ding, 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 ding. Father figure.
Wibble. Congratulations.
Wibble with it.
Hit me up, DM me, and we'll get you squared away after the show, my man. That's pretty much it for today, Rebel. Appreciate you hanging out.
Good you. I feel like I want a podcast just to fucking talk on. I feel like I could do this, bro. I could do this.
Sometimes you just need to get it out, bro.
I could do this for 8 hours a day,
G.
bro.
I don't know if I could do it 8 hours a day, but it ain't too bad. But hell yeah, Wibble. Good shit. But yeah, don't forget we got poker. Poker starting in like an hour and a half. No more pick'ems. I still got to do the pick'ems from this morning. I was not looking at any spreadsheets or any of that shit before 12 p.m. noon. There's no way in hell I was going to pop any of that shit open. Saint was asking me, like, what's up with the update? Never felt his asking me, what's up with the update? Nah. Not at 8 a.m., dog. Not at 8 a.m. But All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll be back probably next week, but another early card, man. We got to figure out. Poker starts in 45. 45. But yeah, next week, another early card starts right pretty much when I usually go on. So I might have to switch it up next week. Maybe do a Thursday night or a Friday nighter. We'll see how it goes. But Rebel, my man, it's nice to have you back, brother. Glad to see you back in the chats. And glad to have you join me on the show today, my man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right. On that note, thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And we will see you next time. Peace.